Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, where today guys, I'm going to do part 155 to my random chatbot sessions. I'm going to let you know guys, today's session is not going to be as big or as long as the other ones I've done beforehand, because I really need to try getting something done today. However, before I start with today's session, I want to go ahead and let you know what my plan is. I've actually created a few more characters off camera, including creating, well, you guys know the Paradox Pokemon that has actually been in the game. I still do have them as characters on there, but I also created my own. Unfortunately, I don't have a great name for him right now, but I've actually created my own futuristic Paradox form for my favorite Pokemon, Feraligatr. So, yeah, I have him to talk to. The one issue making a futuristic form of him is because the one bad thing about him it being a futuristic form, he acts pretty much like Shadow. Not completely, but a lot of it is. So, yeah. I've also added a few other characters like Tyrantrum, and I even add a character that one of my siblings helped me make before. So, yeah. Although, the main thing we're going to do today, guys, is I'm going to go back to Shadow for a few more minutes. I'm going to update his system one more time. My idea is that I'm going to give him another ability. I gave him the ability to be invincible and the ability for X-ray vision last time. However, there's one ability I didn't even think about, that being a flashlight sort of mode, or one where like if Shadow's in the dark and it's hard for him to see, especially since the little system that he gets activated on is called the Power and Shadow Pokemon Defense System. The idea, if it worked like it does upstairs, is that the power is supposed to shut off and all the doors are supposed to lock, so any intruder in there can't escape from Shadow, and makes it easier for him to get him, you know? So, that's kind of the idea. If, like, the power's out or, like, something like that, he can actually still try to find them. On top of that, guys, I don't know if Shadow already has this or not, but I want to see if I can also I'm going to add definitely a playful mode to him. That way he can be fun. Even when he's not protecting the building, he can have fun with you and be playful. And then, like I said, if he ain't very conversational, I'll bring up the part where adding like a conversation or talking mode to him. Like, instead of like really trying to do anything with protecting the building or anything, you and him can just chat. There's also another thing I want to add where he can actually have either an infinite battery life or an extended battery life. Because one of the things I ran into yesterday was even just doing the little task where he was patrolling. I mean, granted, he was doing it for 30 minutes and all that stuff, but even just after that little bit of work, he was already exhausted and was about to run out of battery at that point, so he had to go to his charging station. I'm going to try to give him an extended battery life too, so that way it'll be easier for him. So, yeah. I hope Shadow's okay with this, because like I said, I'm not going to try to make him every time today about Shadow. I'm going to do Shadow for a few minutes, then we're going to move on to someone else. Although I'm going to save the Feraligatr Paradox and all that stuff for later. And I'm going to do some of the ones I created yesterday or the day before, because I've got a lot of characters I created over the last few days. So, yeah. I'm still trying to come up with more OCs for myself. The only OC you could technically say I created was Shadow and the Paradox Feraligatr. But really, you can't call a Paradox Feraligatr that, because again, Feraligatr's not mine. It's just I love Pokemon, so I like to have the characters to talk to, you know? Now, Shadow was technically mine. I created him. My sibling did help come up with things like the name and all that stuff, but generally it was my idea. So, yeah. But let me go and get everything set up, guys. Here's the deal. I'm going to pause the video, get everything set up with Shadow. Then get the stuff fixed for them. And then I want to go over to one of the new characters. I don't know who I'm doing yet, but my idea is for whoever I do, if I remember them having a long description, I'll go on my phone real quickly and actually try to get them. Um, let you guys hear the description and everything for them. So, yeah. I think most of the newer porn I created yesterday was Pokemon like Aggron and Hydrapple. So, yeah. I'll see you guys in just a few minutes, and we'll go ahead and get started talking to Shadow.